Alright, everyone, sorry for the delay. Had a couple of extra things to do. But now we can get started with today's reaction to the newest chapter of One Punch Man. I'm doing this now instead of tomorrow because, of course, they would release a chapter when I wasn't paying attention and I should have been. But of course, they would drop one. But let's go ahead and get the formalities out of the way, shall we? Yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another One Punch Man chapter reaction and review. Last we left off, we pretty much were going through the lives of like a whole bunch of people, and we cut to basically Genos, who tries to challenge Saitama again after having his whole body upgraded, and he's able to show that he's in fact stronger than he was, but due to him misunderstanding how Saitama was behaving during the one-inch punch display, he thinks that Saitama doesn't acknowledge his strength, when in actuality, Genos powering up blinded Saitama, and he really couldn't see anything of what was going on. So Genos pretty much misinterpreted that entire situation as if Saitama didn't see my growth at all. I haven't gotten stronger. Then we get explained how the Neo Heroes, this is basically the name of the organization, has been recruiting everyone, saying how it wants to take everything that the Heroes Association did badly and is thus trying to do in a better way, better compensation for their workers, better perks than the Heroes Association is capable of providing, while also making sure that they don't repeat any of their mistakes. So Saitama, he asks Saitama, are you interested in this? Does it sound interesting? And Saitama said like, nah, it sounds like it's too complicated. So Genos is all like, okay, it's too complicated then, fine. Then I won't go either. So let's see what happens in Punch 185. Butterfly stands firm. And we get a hero going, failure in life begins with admiring someone completely different from you. Didn't someone once say that? What am I doing? Papillon 800, are you ready? Roger that, HQ. And we cut to McCoy. Papillon 800, are you ready? Roger that, HQ. I'm betting on you too, so let's see a victory. Shut up! How about I lose on purpose then? Let's just do this. Very well. Let justice be served. And it cuts to a truck that's outside of a residential area, and the sides of the truck trailer start to open up, and there's Yo, I didn't think they were going to do this. In the back of my mind, I was thinking, there's no way they're about to do this. What they are doing is they have a monster. I know, okay, let me just say what's happening, and then let me say what they're doing. They have a monster, like a big humanoid chihuahua monster, inside of this trailer. Good. Patch it to the live venue. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen! A drone in City M has spotted a monster. Any minute now, heroes will come running. Its estimated threat level... Demon? What hero will defeat the monster known as Gachiwawa? Now, place your bets. You can find each hero's odds in your... Huh? The hero's already there. Come in, HQ. This is Papillon 800. There's no way I can defeat it. I'm only Class C. Requesting emergency backup. Negative. No heroes are nearby. You're on your own. A lone Class C hero? This is a game about guessing which hero will beat the monster, right? Aren't there any other options? Hee. Wish they'd let us bet on the monster. Hero gambling. Okay, so this is slightly different than what I was expecting beforehand. Since the Heroes Association standing with the world as a whole, or everyone else, has been shaky at best, I honestly thought that what they were doing was capturing monsters, setting them loose into residential areas for them to cause havoc, only to have the heroes come in and mop them up to make the public standing even better for the heroes, creating problems that they can then solve so that they look better in the public. But this is even worse. They're letting loose monsters in the streets so that the rich and famous who dwell at the Heroes Association can bet on them. This is worse. You're literally not, and it's called hero gambling. This is even worse than just letting a monster loose in a residential area and then having heroes mop it up to look good. You're letting monsters loose so that people can bet on which hero will win beating it. Are they even thinking about the lives of the people who they're letting loose on the streets here? About who's in these streets, who lives in these homes? Do they not care? This is why people are leaving the Heroes Association. Shady. The Hero Association has a secret source of income. Oh. This is another way that they gain money. They secretly have gambling and they have gambling rings. Even worse, they rig it so major sponsors occasionally win. So not only is this hero gambling, but it's rigged hero gambling. That isn't really a level demon monster. I guess people will believe anything they're told. It's actually level wolf, and this Gachiwawa is shaking and scared. But I have no room to talk. Class C, rank 333 hero, Papillon 800, is actually Class B, rank 4 hero, Maruido Yankee. When a hero pretending to be weaker than he actually is defeats a monster that appears stronger than it actually is, the result is big winnings for bets on the Dark Horse. Fake level demon versus fake level C. Fake level demon versus fake class C. In other words, this is a fixed fight. Like I said, rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged! I hate picking on the weak, but fight back a little, okay? Make this look hard, Papillon 800. I'm rooting for you, hero, says a fat, rich dude.
Are you a baddie?
And the Chihuahua blitzes Papillon 800 and just instantly bodies him. Well done, goes McCoy, because McCoy knew how strong the monster was. Not only is it rigged, it's being rigged does not mean it's rigged in favor of the heroes. Sometimes it's rigged in favor of the monsters. Well done. Told you! Oh no. As Papillon 800 lands into a pile of trash. Is that monster actually tough? That monster definitely isn't threat level wolf. Uh-oh, I'm losing consciousness. Then it cuts back to when Makuido is speaking to McCoy. Huh? You're betting on heroes? How could you? And you want me in a fixed fight? Your qualms are noted, but I hope you'll accept. I need someone who can keep a secret. That's why I chose you. Besides, the pay is good. No, I won't do it. It's an insult to heroes. You're more straight-laced than you look. It's not Makuido, it's Maruido. Maruido Yankee, Class B. You were a thug back in your hometown, but decided to be a hero out of admiration for Moomin Rider. Your mother in the hero hospital would be so proud. Isn't her surgery coming up? I hear they're short on staff, so I hope no one flubs up. This is another reason why people are leaving. That is so wrong. A Heroes Association that has members that are holding your family members hostage for you to do... That's messed up. Sorry, I draw the line at that. As a person who's witnessed family members being in the hospital and witnessed, seeing different characters, family members such as Jin's mom and solo leveling in the hospital. When it comes to moms in the hospital of any situation, it's like, no, don't mess with family. Stop. Isn't her surgery coming up? I hear they're short on staff, so I hope no one flubs up. Are you threatening me? Of course not. I'm merely pointing out that she owes her cutting-edge treatment to your status as a hero. Don't you intend to pay back what you owe? And he puts his This is so wrong. This is supposed to be an organization for heroes? This is supposed to inspire people to trust in heroes? Don't you intend to pay back what you owe? And he puts his hand on Maruido. It takes a lot of moolah to provide you heroes with sufficient resources, so this helps people too. And Maruido is still regaining consciousness. Oh no! I passed out! HQ, this is Papillon 800! The monster is too strong! What happened? Well, it's threat level demon. Try evading. He's getting back up. Papillon's quite the performer. I'll use him again. And then it cuts back to Gachiwawa, who just keeps beating up on Maruido.
Did you look at me? Are you spying on me? You must be a baddie!
Gachiwawa, threat level demon. Gachiwawa was a domestic pet that monsterized due to extreme miniaturization, leading to warped feral instincts. When outside, worry and fear cause it to engage in violent behavior. So it being outside pretty much makes it completely terrified of everything and makes it go berserk, just being outside. It suffers from massive social anxiety with extreme berserker type tendencies. And he launches Maruido away. It almost looks real. Huh. Is that monster really level wolf? Yep. HQ's been testing its strength. There must be some mistake. But that doesn't matter. No matter this monster's actual strength, if it beats me, I'll get fired. Then I can't save my mother. So I must stand firm, like he once did. As it cuts to Maruido, who was there when Moomin Rider was trying to beat the Deep Sea King. He was in the crowd. Hey, dumb dog! If you're so strong that I can't let you run loose.
Why are you glaring at me? I'm a little cutie and a pacifist. I knew it! You're a baddie! And I kill baddies for peace!
And Gachiwawa continues to beat up on Maruido. I deserve this drubbing because I took this job and sullied the good name of heroes who risk themselves for others. I wanted to stand firm, like him. You can do it, Moomin Rider!
Beat him up! Watch out for the liquid he spits! We're your friends, so don't die!
Stay down, you idiot. Don't get up.
Give up the fight!
But I didn't even come close.
We didn't bet on you!
HQ, I may not be going home, so tell my mom that I quit being a hero and got a proper job in a distant town. Okay, will do. He's really laying it on thick. And then Gachiwawa prepares to beat up on Maruido. But then Saitama comes in and defeats Gachiwawa in an instant. Who let this mutt run loose? Shocking everyone. Maruido, the fat cats, McCoy. What the? You look pretty bad. You okay? As Saitama and Genos have showed up. He saved me! And then Maruido passes out. Huh? Isn't he the one who... And Maruido starts to slightly remember that Saitama was the one who beat the Deep Sea King way back when. Hey!
Great! You beat the monster!
Yep.
What gives, McCoy? A different hero won! What happened to my bet? You've lost my trust!
My deepest apologies. I'll prepare another fight right away. Class A, rank 39, bald cape. Now you've done it. You two are loose cannons. Behave yourselves. Why is he mad I wasted a monster? As it cuts to McCoy, who shows up as they're picking up the pieces of Gachiwawa. It was threat level demon. Good work. The credit will go to Papillon 800 for wearing it down first. They don't know it was only Wolf. Like I care about getting credit for this. And it's like, Saitama, even though he's so nonchalant, the fact that he doesn't care about getting credit for his work, he did at first, but now he literally doesn't care. But the fact that McCoy was all like, oh no.
Angry your fixed fight didn't go as planned, McCoy?
Yo, it's Child Emperor! The genius. Yo, it's Child Emperor! Someone keeps opening... Hold on. All right.
Angry your fixed fight didn't go as planned, McCoy?
And Child Emperor is there. Child Emperor. Fixed fight? Whatever do you mean? I have work to do, pardon me. Seriously? Give me a break, man! And Child Emperor is just standing there with Genos and Saitama. Hero gambling?
This underground website lists odds.
Oh, that explains the sometimes puzzling monster level threat levels in hero ranks. They are controlling the odds. Can you believe this crap? Master. My odds make me look like a wimp! The odds are massively set against Saitama. While everyone has like 1 point something or 2 point something, Saitama has a full 20 odds set against him.
The Hero Association's corruption runs deep. I'll keep snooping around.
Why did you tell us?
I figured I owe you for doubting you in the past.
Do not worry about it. And I like how Genos is just so calm with this. Then we cut to Maruido, who's on someone's bike. And the person's bike he's on is Moomin Rider! Moomin Rider? You're awake? We're almost at the hospital. I was watching the broadcast. You're pretty strong. No, I'm not. The monster level and my rank were fake. Level doesn't matter. Finding a strong opponent and standing your ground is what counts. And then Maruido is just brought to tears by the very person who inspired him to be a hero as they continued on to the hospital. Yeah, thanks. Then it cuts to Saitama, who's laying up in his room, up at night, still thinking about how massively the odds were set against him. What? You wonder what will happen if you bet on yourself and win? No, what I mean is that might be a good way to make the bookie go bust and put a stop to this. Would that not cause the bookmaker to expand operations in order to win back losses? Oh yeah, you're right. Would that not cause the bookmaker to expand operations in order to win back losses? Oh yeah, you're right. The odds are public now, and a monster appeared? To action, Genos! Yes, master. And it cuts to Saitama and Genos speeding towards the monster so they can defeat it.
Yeah! Purse snatcher!
And it's someone in a F1 Formula car speeding off with the purse. And while Saitama's thinking about the big monster that could boost his ranking and ratings and odds, he instead goes after the dude who's purse snatching the Formula 1.
Thank you. A memento of my parents is in here.
It says Tornado defeated the monster. Oh, that's good. He's weeping. What a nice man. I feel pretty bummed. Was money my objective? Whew, that was close. Gambling is scary.
I'll give you 10% of what's inside.
Whoa! He almost took it, but he said he doesn't do this for money and returned it. To be continued. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. And you said, Ogata, you said this is going to be a long one. You're right. This is by far crazy. We knew, okay, so the biggest thing we knew about the Heroes Association and how shady it was when McCoy first showed up. When he first showed up. I think he showed up first when the police department from a city, were being beset by this one monster that had a vendetta against them. And McCoy was literally lording their safety over, like, if you beg on your knees, then we may be able to help you. And literally causing the police department to have absolutely no support whatsoever, embarrassing them, and making them look bad, all to make the Heroes Association look better, until Saitama showed up and basically one-shot the monster that was causing the problem, and while he was doing that, he was wearing a police outfit to make that police department look good again, much to the annoyance of McCoy. Then we find out later on that they've been housing monsters underneath the very place where the heroes reside, specifically the high-ranking heroes reside, and secretly selling them to different organizations and black markets. That's also nefarious. And now we have this whole matter of them having secret gambling rings that pits monsters against heroes, so that the fat cats, like all the bigwigs, all the rich people, can continuously provide the Heroes Association with money by literally gambling the lives of heroes. With fixed fights that, for a good chunk of the time, have the fights fixed in favor of the monster. That is so messed up. And I don't think they care about the collateral damage either, just as long as the money goes and this is McCoy doing this, because we don't see anyone else in charge of this. It's McCoy. McCoy is really the one big bad dude here in this organization that makes everything seem shady, because all the shady stuff that happens in this organization revolves around McCoy. This is exactly why we have the other association rising up. The association has zero morals. This almost makes me feel like they got this idea from when the monsters took over the tournament. The rat really thinks he's the good guy. Exactly. We're earning money, and the one thing that makes this so infuriating to me, and this is so infuriating because I don't like it when family members are used as leverage in any situation, in fiction and non-fiction, in real life or whatever. I absolutely can't stand it, to use the lives of your families as leverage to get a person to do something they don't want to do. Your boy, Maruido, what is his name? Maruido something. I literally just forgot his name. I'm so sorry. Maruido Yankee. Maruido Yankee. Literally holding his mother hostage. If he didn't comply with being in these fixed fights. Oh, I hear that they may be understaffed. It would be a shame if someone messes up because someone wasn't able to take care of your mom's surgery. But please, reconsider working with us. Like, how do you do that and call yourself a hero association? How do you do that? That's twisted. That's evil. I'm wagering the life of your mother over you, for you working for us. She wouldn't be where she is if you weren't a hero right now. Don't you think you owe your mom that? What? That would have been the moment I would have punched McCoy in the face. Like, you don't hold the lives of my family members over me and think that I'm just going to comply. No. This is what I would do. I would make sure the surgery's all done and taken care of. My mom's out of that building, and then I'm beating the ever-living mess out of McCoy until he needs 2 eye patches. He's already missing 1 eye. If I take that other one, it's going to be hard. But it's so messed up. The butterfly guy next door has way better odds than him. That's messed up. The butterfly guy that's in the room with Forte and the chain toad dude has better odds than Saitama. But that's because they don't know Saitama's true strength. But Saitama's literally the most powerful individual in the entire series, who still hasn't shown up his upper limits. And everyone thinks so little of him because he doesn't look like a hero. Saitama is the best example of don't judge a book by its cover. Saitama is drawn in so completely simplistically. even in the serious moments, he's still one of the most baldest individuals, and such a simple way to draw him, and yet it belies infinite power in him that has never been surpassed by anybody. Even a person like, and I always go back to this, Cosmic Fear Garo is the most dangerous opponent that Saitama has ever faced. A literal universal threat. Well, a galaxy, I might as well say, let's say universal threat, because it was so great was his power that Blast had to literally teleport them to a different section of space. And Cosmic Fear Garo was so strong that he literally erased a whole section of stars in space where there's just a black void there. It's just an empty section of space that has no stars after an attack from Cosmic Fear Garo. And yet everyone looks at Saitama and doesn't know his true strength except for Genos and those who are closest to him. But everyone else looks at Saitama like he's so weak. So, yeah. But Saitama, for a little bit, started to think like, I need to get into this gambling thing. But then he thought about it because he literally was put in a dilemma where he had to choose, increasing his odds in a whole gambling ring, or, the casual crimes that could easily be solved by him. And he chose to do... Here's the thing. Saitama was just... You can call him a galactic threat. Cool. Saitama was just introduced to this underground gambling ring and decided against it in the same chapter because that's not even who he is. It sounds nice at first, cheapskate that Saitama tends to be sometimes, willing to dine and dash when the moment is incredibly crucial for him, such as when he forgets a wallet or whatever. But at the end of the day, Saitama will still put the safety of individuals over his own selfish personal reasons. Like, he ran out there preparing to, get into it, but then he saw someone's purse being stolen, and he's all like, gamble, save, gamble, save. And he decided to save the person. And even when the person offered him like a big old diamond ring, give you 10% of how much this thing costs, he was all like, nope, it's all good. Never mind. Don't worry about it. He still refused it, even when he had the opportunity to take it. So I love how Saitama's moral standings still hold fast in this chapter. But also, it's good to see Child Emperor again, because this boy is finding out information, and he already called out McCoy on his underhanded black market dealings, and McCoy was all like, I'm busy right now, I got work to do, I'm leaving now, because he knows he's been found out. Child Emperor, but also, and we said this before when Child Emperor was looking into information about the Heroes Association's dealings, we all said that Child Emperor needs to be very careful, because... the Heroes Association, at least those on the shady side, probably don't want that sort of information getting out. So Child Emperor still needs to be careful. But I can't wait to see how much more digging Child Emperor does. Because who knows how deep because he says the corruption for the Heroes Association runs very deep. We've probably only seen like the tip of the iceberg in terms of all the things that we've learned. But as you said, Snow, this is the reason why people are going to the other association, because I'm pretty sure a couple of other people found out just how shady and how nefarious the Heroes Association actually is, behind the scenes. And they're like, nah, I can't get with this. We're supposed to be an association meant to help people and save people. Even Maruito Yankee said that this is supposed to be an organization to help save people, and you're wagering the life of my own mother in surgery over me helping you. It just shows you just how truly dark this place is. Child Emperor is one character you would love to see age like Goten and Trunks in their teens. It would be cool to see Child Emperor become Teen Emperor, and see just how much better he gets at everything. But that would require an enormous time skip. And we are literally over 2 months in the entire timeline of this story. That still boggles my mind. Everything that's happened over the course of One Punch Man has only been a little over 2 months. A little over 2 months? That's literally just the entirety of January and February, and a little into March. That's how much everything that's happened in the 185 chapters of One Punch we got. That's crazy to me. But this chapter just cements the Heroes Association as the bad guys to me. Sure, there are some people who are in the association to save lives. That still can be said here. But we still also have an incredibly large amount of conceited people who see it as an opportunity. It would take 20 years for him to grow up. Yeah, it'll take that long, and we don't even know how long One Punch Man is even going to go on for. But this just cements me not liking the Heroes Association. You got some people in there that I root for. Saitama, Genos. I feel like those are the only ones, because I can't really say from the bottom of my heart how everyone feels to be in the Heroes Association and their true motives. Like Black Luster, he's lost all motivation to do anything, even work out and become stronger. Ever since President Barf Man or Vomit Man messed up his hands and his beautifully chiseled features, this man is in a state of depression that has yet to be witnessed in any sort of media. And then Captain Mizuki is just constantly checking up on him. We don't know what Amai Mask is doing, but apparently he's keeping close eyes on Saitama, as is Dr. Beaufoy. Dr. Beaufoy's allegiances is questionable at best, but I don't think it's for the betterment of mankind. I feel it's like for the betterment of himself. Tornado is selfish still, but she's softened up a little bit after her altercation with Saitama. Blizzard, I feel like she's one of the legit ones. Bang is retiring, so I don't worry about him too much. King, he's just there to just chill and relax and not be put on any missions whatsoever, even though the entire world thinks he's one of the strongest men to exist on the planet. There's very few people in this Heroes Association who truly are heroes for the sake of wanting to be heroes. There's very few, when you think about it. An entire organization dedicated to heroes, and only a handful of them actually want to be truly heroes that protect the innocent, defeat monsters, and, promote truth and justice and save lives. There's very few people in this whole organization who think that way. Ain't that crazy? There's only a handful of people who truly want to be heroes for the sake of being heroes and saving lives. Everyone else is either doing it for fame, fortune, or for self-gain. That's it. And if you take off 2, not including Genos and Saitama, there's even less than a handful of people who truly want to be heroes for the sake of wanting to truly be heroes and save people. I hope the Neo Heroes don't have an ulterior motive. I am skeptical, at best, about these Neo Heroes. Because all we've been hearing about them is good things. That's the thing. What if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And I'm sketchy for basically any organization that pops up saying, like, we're going to be better than the Heroes Association. We'll give you better jobs, better perks, better pay. But at the same, and it's been recruiting tons and tons of people from the Heroes Association, even secretly talking to S-rankers. But I'm also still skeptical about them. Because, like I said, it sounds good. It sounds really good. Word of mouth sounds really good. But we have yet to see this building. We have yet to see the people associated with the Neo Heroes. We have yet to see the people who are recruiting them. We have yet to see anything. All we've been getting is word of mouth, and that's it. So I am skeptical about this new hero group that says they're going to be better than the Heroes Association, won't repeat their same mistakes, and truly be an organization dedicated to heroes for the betterment of mankind, or whatever song and dance they've been preaching to everybody. I'm skeptical. Because it took the Heroes Association for me to be skeptical of any Heroes Association in this story. I'm sorry. You can't, especially after this chapter, I'm skeptical of everybody. That's crazy. How are you a whole hero organization that don't want to really hero? It probably started out that way. But then, when you saw how much money could be made from heroes, you suddenly stopped becoming a Heroes Association and started to become a Heroes Association in name alone. And you're just an organization that is promoting its own gain. It makes me think all heroes should be independent and not be grounded under an association. This is something that Captain America this reminds me of the whole Civil War Superhero Registration Act, where you can't be independent, you got to be the underemployee of the government, and then you get told what to go after, because it kind of functions that way. Some heroes are told hey, you can't take on this hero, or you need to go out and do this hero. This is an example of that. You're a hero, right? Don't you want your mother to be safe? Don't you want her surgery to go well? Well, go out and fight this monster. And they're even lying to these heroes, letting them know that, oh, this monster is weaker than what it is, and this monster is capable of bodying people with a higher rank than it, or it has a higher rank, and they don't tell the hero that it has a higher rank. So there's even the heroes can't trust. They don't even tell the truth to the heroes that they have under their employ. Literally putting the lives of these heroes in danger for the sake of increasing odds in a big old gambling ring underground. Ain't that messed up? That's not a heroes association. That's a casino with a hero theme. But yeah, I feel like it probably would be better if all the heroes were independent and not grounded under an association. Would it pay the bills? Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. But being bound to this organization that's lording over you like, hey, you're with us, so you need to be doing this, or you need to be doing that. And you need to be doing things that works in our best interests. That's crazy to me. I honestly thought at the beginning they were going to let out a monster and let it wreak havoc just so a hero could come in and make it look good to the public that, hey, this hero's beating up this monster in his residential area that suddenly appeared. I actually thought they were going to do that. But betting against heroes and monsters in a big old underground hero gambling ring and then fixing these fights, that's even worse because you're playing with people's lives and then forcing other people to do it by hostaging the life of family members over them. That's messed up. That's twisted. That's wrong. These Neo heroes better be the real deal. Because if they're not, I will never trust a single hero association or hero organization ever again in this series. These Neo heroes need to be legit. Because if they're not, it's over. It's over for heroes associations and organizations ever being trusted ever again. Because if this is another one that has an ulterior motive, I don't know. But this is messed up. This is so messed up. Like, I know we're supposed to be focusing on Saitama and everyone else, but whenever we cut back to the Heroes Association, it's like cutting to the world government and Marie Joie. Anytime they're doing something that doesn't involve the heroes, it's something shady. Like, what is Sitch doing? Does he not know what's happening under his nose? What about the chairman of the Heroes Association? What about his grandson? Like, do they know what's happening at this whole organization that was built up for the sole purpose because of that butt-chin son who got saved? Butt-chin grandson who got saved? Does Sitch and all the other people not know what McCoy is doing? Do they not keep tabs on their own members to make sure that there isn't any, like moles or spies within their ranks? Do they not know? It's crazy how all this stuff can go on and only McCoy is privy to it and no one else is. Like, don't they have people who keep track of the numbers of how the money's coming in? Don't they have anybody like that? So many questions. Good God. I was not expecting to see that in yesterday's chapter, actually. This is so wrong in so many ways. Imagine if My Hero Academia's Heroes Association, because we already know that the Heroes Association for My Hero Academia, they had a dark side as well. Don't that remind you of Shang-Chi when he went to the fighting ring to find his sister and that one priest from Doctor Strange was down there fighting too, like an underground circuit? I never watched Shang-Chi. I never watched it. But I can understand. People who are supposed to be heroes are secretly operating in groups that would be, shunned and, kind of, ostracized and... What is the right word? What is a group that they wouldn't be associated with? They're just chilling down there in fighting rings that heroes normally wouldn't associate themselves with. That's the right word. That's crazy to me. That must mean that being a hero isn't paying enough, so you gotta, not be a hero half the time. But that's a conversation for another time. But it just kind of reminds me of how the Heroes Association, the association's PR machine makes them always look favorable. Yeah, that's the PR team. But does Sitch, someone who's inside the organization and as one of their leading members, does he not know what's going on? To the public, the Heroes Association's PR team is going to make them look good as possible, even though their ratings are high, people wanting to join them are incredibly low. Even Tornado's commercial wasn't enough to get people to really join up. But this just brings the Heroes Association to an all-new low. This is crazy to me. First, you wager the lives of police officers over them getting help. You make them want to you make them want to lower their own dignity to serve your ends, McCoy. Then you have monsters underneath the entire base. And this is during the time when they were having people, rich people, regular civilians living there to fund the entire association directly, McCoy. Selling these monsters to different organizations in order to, it's just selling monsters. You know, the very thing that you say you're protecting people against, you house them underneath the very place you're having people pay for and live, take out 30-decade-long loans to live there, and you're just having them there? McCoy. Now you have hero gambling, where people are putting their lives on the line just so people can make a quick buck and gamble people's lives and monsters' lives in fixed fights just to keep income flowing into the Heroes Association. McCoy. It's so messed up. I think he's oblivious to all of this. Remember, he was kept out of the loop during a part of the Monsters Association? Yeah, because they didn't tell him the secret plan. They didn't tell him all the plans of everything that was happening there during the whole Monsters Association arc. Yeah, you're right. Sitch is completely oblivious. I think Sitch and the people who are close to him, they don't know. But McCoy, and I feel like it's McCoy only who's doing all this secret shady stuff. And since he's such a high-ranking member, no one ever questions him on it. And Blast has a good opinion of him. Yeah, Sitch is one of the real ones. Blast is one of the real... Sitch is one of the real ones at the Heroes Association. Unfortunately, I don't feel like he has as much power as is due his position. I feel like McCoy has more power simply because it does more for the Heroes Association financially. Whereas Sitch has the mindset of doing things to help people and save people. You know, do what a hero does and send these heroes out on missions to protect the peace, preserve the peace and protect the innocent and whatnot. It still gets undermined by people like McCoy, which makes the association look worse because when these things come to light, such as Child Emperor has been talking about, it makes them look bad despite how much good Sitch ever tries to do for them. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. But let me not keep you here any longer than I already have. I could talk about One Punch Man all day. I literally could. I feel like I can talk about One Punch Man and One Piece as at the same length. So I could talk about them all day, just talking about everything that's associated with this series. But I go back to this. Neo Heroes better be the real deal. They better not have no ulterior motives. They better not be an organization like, oh, we're here for heroes. And they're secretly like, we're here to find a new vessel for God. Like, I would hate for the Neo Heroes to be looking good in the front, but they also have an ulterior motive. And they're associated with this God individual that's been messing with some of the monsters and has been drawn to the universe that Saitama inhabits. It would be earth-shattering if Neo Heroes was somehow affiliated with, or in some way trying to get in contact with, or trying to get a hold of God. Because that's just been on my mind ever since I had the Neo Heroes. I've just been thinking that. It's a very, very off in left field type theory, and I say left field, but I'm using my right hand because the image is reversed. But it's way off into left field. But I would hate for the Neo Heroes to be having any association with God. With God. It would be horrifying. Because what would that mean for all the heroes? But like I said, this is a very off-the-wall theory. Take it with the smallest grain of salt. I don't have any evidence to back this up whatsoever. It's just a random theory I threw out there, but I would hate for that to be even a fraction of a possibility. So like I say again, I really hope Neo Heroes is the real deal. But we still got to see them first. So hopefully we'll see it in the next chapter we get of One Punch Man. But I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. I've carried on far longer than I was intending to, but I'm glad I was able to get this chapter's reaction out today instead of waiting till the last second when I got incredibly busy later this week. Well, later this weekend. But this was a good read. But it also makes me look at the Heroes Association in a far worse light than before, because that's insane. Gambling heroes against monsters, and you think that's fine? And to make people comply, you wager the value of people's lives against people that don't want to participate? That's like the military in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood allying with Father. Didn't work out for them. Yeah. It really didn't work out. Nearly all the souls of everybody in the world got sucked out for Father, for the dwarf in the flask to trying to become one with God. But I'm done. Great stream, Kyushu. Well, thank you, Ogata. As long as you all enjoyed yourselves, then I've done my job for the day. All I can say to everyone here right now is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you enjoyed what you saw here today, then please, because this helps the channel, like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know, because the more the merrier. And because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples. Heroes Association is so shady. It is so shady.